What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. So, there was a little event that happened where we saw two women with their claws out. And I don't know, man, there's something about that I just don't find very comfortable watching two women fight. It's so weird. But then again, for me, I guess it's so real. And the reason why it's real is because when you get all of the bullshit out of the way, when you get all of the fake positive, the fake toxic positivity, when you get all of the like the tolerant, fake, flaky bullshit out of the way, you find out that women are very cruel to each other, especially the second one doesn't agree with another one. They turn on each other extremely quickly, and you just start seeing all types of shit. The kitchen sink, a toddler's dirty diapers. They just they're it's everything is fair game with them when they're like this. And as a guy, it's kind of refreshing. It's not comfortable, but it's refreshing to see it. So, on Twitter this morning, Megan Kelly, a woman who has damn near 4 million followers almost, 3.5 million followers, said over on Twitter or X, ladies, it's possible to make your own money, have your own career, pay for your own swanky New York City apartment, and find a man who loves you, wants to have and raise kids with you, and wants to be with you and only you. The only thing stopping you, your decision to settle for less. Now, for a person like me, I know that this person right now is talking about Ashley St. Clair, but to many people, this may not be it. And even if I am on the up and up about this right here, saying this swanky New York City apartment, Ashley St. Clair, overwhelmingly majority of people will not know what Megan Kelly is talking about. So this can be interpreted as many different things. Many different things. And we're going to see exactly what I mean by that in the next post. So Jenna Hodge says, not wanting to be a boss babe is not settling for less. My kids were raised by me, not a nanny or daycare. It's okay to find a man who wants to provide for his family. Now, on this, 4.8 thousand likes. That's a good look. 4.8 thousand likes. Now, mind you, Megan Kelly has way more followers than Jeanna or Jeanna, but I can't pronounce her name on purpose. What I'm trying to say is this: with the response that Megan Kelly then gives, no one suggested otherwise. Try to keep up. 1.6 thousand. When you get rid of all of the fluff, all of the bullshit, all of the dick riders, all of the clit riders for Megan Kelly, this is a ratio. This is a disproportionate ratio. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I've never interacted with Jeanna. I'm gonna keep saying her name wrong in every which way I can, just for the hell of it. I'm not gonna act like I've never interacted with this woman, because I have. All right, we've somewhat interacted, somewhat, just a little bit. And sometimes she says things that I just go, yeah, I don't know about that. And that's fine. We're human. We don't have to agree on everything. But when she goes all in, she goes all in. Right? And there's nothing I don't respect. There's nothing I respect more than a person who's authentic. Gianna, a mom, a married woman with a somewhat dark past. It is true. And if you guys don't know about it, let me let you know. It's not that she's batshit crazy. It's not that she's done horrible things in the past. It's because 6 months ago, 6 hours, 6 days, 6 months, 6 years, 6 decades ago, I gave birth to Gianna's child. All right. So I gotta do this. I gotta stick up for her because either this or she doesn't. She won't acknowledge our baby. This is a joke, but again, I'm sorry. Let's get back serious on this. Gianna is tired of the feminist bullshit. She's tired of the feminist bullshit. She's tired of the turf bullshit. She's tired of seeing men get bashed consistently by women. I think majority of women should be that way because it's been for so many years. Even when the feminist movement wasn't in full swing, the feminist movement was in swing. Even as a child growing up, you knew you had to be nice to the girls. You knew you had to give girls your toys. You knew you had to do X, Y, and Z. You had to play, you had to hold these girls like they were snowflakes falling out of the sky. Meanwhile, they're transforming into glass just to cut your hands because you exist as a man. And people are tired of it because we're seeing the damage it's doing to our planet. It's bad. It's real bad. So Jeanna is completely against that. And she says, I'm going to read it again if I haven't already. Ma'am, feminists and boss babes like you suggest otherwise every single day I'm up. You posted the mainstream attitude. Don't take your guilt out on me. All right. And then now we're gonna get all of the other people that jumps in. Jeanna, she's talking about Ashley St. Clair. Read her post again. Then she should have said that. She should have said that. Even if I me knew that she was talking about Ashley St. Clair, this could be interpreted to many different things. She could have 100% been like, this is not about Ashley St. Clair. And who am I to say that that's not what she's talking about? Many of the problems that females put on themselves is because they're not true to themselves. When they make decisions, when women make decisions, it's the logic brain versus the female feeling brain. A lot of young women, even older women, they play with the female feeling brain. They think very shallowly about what they want in the now, which is they're willing to sacrifice their morality to get that bag. And then in the future, after a woman sits there, I forgot, there's this woman that just literally said that she slept with 500 dudes, and now she's worried she may never find the love of her life. So you want to find the love of your life, which a lot of these women, it's not that. They like the idea of falling in love. They don't really want to be in love. But a lot of these women don't really know what the fuck they want. And so we get this situation here where, again, it's sad to see it. But I'm not sad for the sake of being sad. I'm sad because I am sad, and I'm so sad, I'm tired of being sad. I'm not sad for the sake of being sad. This is crazy. Sorry, read it 7 times, didn't see Ashley mentioned anywhere. I also don't do hitting messaging and tweets. I'm a grown adult who just adds names if they are needed. Again, this is the hitting messaging. Stop playing this fucking psychic bullshit. You want to know how to get a guy to like you, ladies? Stop playing the psychic bullshit. If you want to get what you want to get, then be authentic about it. Stop with the fakeness. Stop with the politically correctness. Stop with the toxic positivity that you girls love to do all the fucking time, where a girl can look like Gorlock and just sit there and call her a 10. Stop it. No one needs the cryptic messages. If Megyn Kelly was really about it, she could just be like, you know what, Ashley? I don't like what you did. It's disgusting. Ladies, do not be the example that Ashley St. Clair's. Elon, disgusting as well for what he did. But understand, this is why Elon gets a pass. Elon is a fucking freak. Everyone knew Elon is a fucking freak. Elon is an autistic spaz freak. He's very intelligent, but he is a spaz. He has a fetish with repopulating the world. He's going to repopulate the world. And there are many women that are willing to do it with men who are much older than them, all to get that bag. The reason why we're going after Ashley St. Clair is because Elon Musk has never considered himself a conservative. He's never came out and said he was a conservative. He doesn't play by the values that a lot of you guys play by. Even though conservatives are independents, they're not overly religious zealots or anything like this. They're not like that. And this is something that people need to understand. There's a lot of different types of conservatives out there. Elon Musk does not play by the conservative or the religious right movement. He doesn't do that. He's a freak. Ashley St. Clair, you're just a clout chaser. You're just a grifter. Ashley St. Clair showed her true hand because she already had a baby out of marriage, which I don't care for. Some people may feel some type of way. But then she put herself on birth control. Then she got off of birth control, and then she got pregnant again. A woman who sat there like Ashley St. Clair saying, oh, body counts don't matter. Red fucking flag. Men, ladies, when the person you're trying to talk to and you have a low body count says body counts don't matter, that is a red flag. So she's been fucking and sucking. She didn't get pregnant, but then when Elon Musk came into the picture, she was willing to get pregnant. And it's even worse because now people are saying that the baby might be a test tube baby from Elon Musk. I think that's actually even worse than him taking his refrigerator shaped ass and taking it to Pound Town, fucking Tesla style, getting ran by the front of a Tesla truck. all right, let's continue reading these. If you know Ashley's story, it will be more obvious to you. The penthouse and someone who wants to raise a child with you. That's Ashley. Elon paid for the penthouse, but doesn't want her. Again, that's irrelevant. If Megyn Kelly said Ashley St. Clair in the post, this would be fine. She didn't do that. So when you post on a public forum a cryptic message and then you double down and try to make other people stupid for your cryptic message, that's on Megyn Kelly. That's not on Jeanna. That's not on anybody else that interprets it any which way. And even if we knew it was Ashley St. Clair, it's still a feminist fucking message. It's still a feminist message because the fact to sit there and say it is possible to make your own money, have your own career, pay for your own New York City apartment, and find a man that loves you, that is the feminist mindset. That is 100%. I'm a strong, independent woman. I can have my cake. I can eat it too, and I'll find a man. I'm going to keep it a buck with you, ladies. Dating is getting harder and harder and harder. And this is from a person who hasn't been in a dating scene in a couple of years and let myself the fuck go after being crushed. Believe me, take it from a dude who's been in the trenches. When I say dating is, and mind you, it's easier for women. Dating is so much easier for women, but I'm talking about being successful. Finding somebody who actually values you for you and you not wasting your time with some guy who you want to fix, who will never commit to you. This is what I'm talking about. This idea that men care about women's careers, men don't give two fucks about a woman's career. This is just the truth. Majority of men do not care about a woman's career unless specifically the career that you are interested in and you are in, you have already established yourself in something he's in. That is the only way. Maybe if he was a basketball player and you just happened for years and years to love the game of basketball through your family and you're well established as something that has to do with basketball, maybe he will seek you out and he will love you for it because you love the game just as much as he does. You think he cares about you being a CEO boss bitch at some high-rise pharmaceutical company? You don't give two shits. You think, and again, no guy cares about this. That is that feminist mindset that they indoctrinate young women with, and young women fall for that or go for OnlyFans because hey, it's another form of money, and then they end up miserable. Good American says, sorry, Megyn Kelly, I must disagree about part of your claim. Ugly women won't make it, period. If a woman doesn't have the hair, legs, waist, bust, or a way to manufacture it, there is no way that a woman can have it all. This is just the reality of things. And you know what's the crazy thing? I've seen women with none of these things and they're still successful because realistically, if you have a good personality, and we're not talking about what happens when a girl who doesn't have it all, but is down to earth and has a good personality, she gets scooped up. Who bashes those types of girls? Who ends up finding a guy who likes her for her and takes her and picks her over the Barbies? Who bashes those women? Who calls these women pick-me's? The other jealous women. It don't be men. Men be happy to just have somebody to laugh and share a good conversation with. A woman who's willing to be approachable, actively be approachable, actively be sought after, don't play the games, other women will call them pick-me. This is as bad as being black and you losing your black card to other black ignorants. That's exactly what that's pretty much like. I'm with you, Megyn Kelly. When women come and say it's impossible, it's because they choose to believe it's impossible. They limit themselves to this role and settle for a penthouse in New York City while robbing their kid of a normal nuclear family. Yes, it is possible to be a lady boss without taking on all the feminist baggage of being a lady boss. My 17-year-old daughter regards you as a role model. If you're going to encourage the single fur baby mama lifestyle, you can at least tag ASPA. The comments on your post are heartbreaking. Crazy, is this a girl with a Sims character? No, okay. The comments on your post are heartbreaking. Crazy, how what you said is considered unattainable for most. Like what? It's literally all normal stuff. No, the fuck it's not. It is not. No. Yo, you think it's normal? You think it's normal? Do you? Okay. A woman with a full career raising a child, the window to have a child for normal people is right around 32, 32, 33. For you to get a career, that means you got to invest a whole lot of time into that. People who get careers, we're talking women who are hard work, these boss women, they don't have time to get pregnant. Can some of them do it? Yeah, very rarely do they do it. But then they sacrifice. Then you end up having these women raised, having their children raised by people who are not them. And we're not even talking about family members, which would be the next best case. We're talking about people who are not this child's blood, this child's kin, damn near strangers, where they end up getting a deeper bond to the nanny than they do to their own mothers. No. Normally, Megan, I agree with absolutely everything you do. I absolutely love everything you do, but I am going to have to fundamentally disagree with you on this. You're a one percenter. Doug knows it as well. Acknowledge this and tell the majority of women that the ability to do what you're doing is extremely rare. Why can't we just be honest? Ashley St. Clair played the fucking long game. Ashley St. Clair she's even in a higher 1% than you, Megyn Kelly. She retired. How old is Ashley St. Clair? Like 30 now, maybe? I don't know. They say she's 26. I don't think she's 26. She played the fucking game, got the biggest payout in history. In history. There's no bigger payout than that. The apartment that she has apparently is under Elon Musk. In New York City in a high rise. She never needs to worry about money again for the next 18 months. And if she's smart, again, she never needs to worry about money again. She can continue. Yo, bro, it would be hilarious if she continues to preach the hard conservative lifestyle. It would be hilarious to me. Actually, men desire a smart, independent woman who can be on their same level. Intelligent, we like them to pretend that we are on the same level. Listen, smart women are attractive, but smart women are only attractive when they're willing to actually work as a group, as a team. When a woman sits there and she has to consistently undermine you, nah, man, I'll take a simple woman over that. It certainly is possible, but it's not anywhere near probable for the average gal. And the situation you described, to find a man willing to do that, not one that meets her expectations, there just aren't enough of them. What you were saying, Megyn Kelly, a disturbing number of right-leaning men, especially so-called influencers, cannot handle. They don't want us free-thinking, financially independent, or self-confident. How else will we put up with the weakest of their kind? Okay, I'm gonna just put it like this. So then do it. And make sure when you do it, the next time you want to talk to a guy, go 50-50 with them. And the next time you want to do anything with the guy, and let's say if you have kids, don't ask the guy to give you money to help take care of your kid. Matter of fact, if he has a kid, why don't you help? Why don't you offer to help take care of his kids going to school? Why don't you foot the bill to help him out? You won't do it. This is the shit that I can't stand, is that when a girl comes with baggage, it's all for the guy to take care of it. When a girl sits there and says a woman is, I'm sorry, for the right man, a woman's willing to be wifey, but during that time she'll never step up herself, though men always have to be the ones to step up. It's bull. This is stupid. It's a disturbing number of right-leaning men. No, that's not right-leaning men. That's just men. They always try to paint it as this it's a right-wing thing for a guy to want things a certain way when it comes down to women. No, that's that left. We've lived in a left-leaning world for a very long time. A very long time. All of that way of thinking, that's left-leaning ways of thinking. That's not regular ways of thinking. Regular ways of thinking 15, 20 years ago was a guy found a girl, they had a kid, one of them worked, the other one stayed at home, everything was cool. Shit got twisted after that, after 20, 15 years ago. Shit just got weird and goofy. And people just started lying more and more to themselves. Yes, it's possible to have it all, maybe not all at once, but we can have it all. I'm so thankful for my career and my wonderful boyfriend, and to be divorced from the abusers. Men need to step up, always. It's always men that need to step up. I just want to read these comments. Ah ha ha ha, this is so funny. Ironically proven most of the replies correct. Oh, she's kind of cute. If these men reply are Gen X or younger, the probability their mom worked is very high. Proof you can have it all, most. No, it's not possible to have it all. All of life is a compromise. There are so many hours in a day. Every hour you spend at work is an hour you don't get to spend with your family or your partner. You have to choose what's important and invest your time there. Wonderful boyfriend hasn't made a comment yet. Call me in 10 years and tell me how it's all going to great how it's all going great with the new boyfriend. Men need to step up. Men need to step up. Men don't owe you anything. Beta bucks. You chose poorly and it's somehow men's fault. Get the fuck out of here with your nonsense. Okay. I always like to look at just the top of the comments when I'm reading these things. I always like to look at the very top of this thing. Just to see if their header is just bad shit insane so people go, oh, it makes sense. I have 3 daughters and I think it's badass we live in a society where they can choose the life you're describing. Go home, feminist. I mean, all right. All right, Rivera. Damn, 6 followers and you follow 146 people. You are not living a normal life, my dude. You ain't got no drive. Uh, damn. Where are we? Where did we go? How did we get here? Where? Okay, here we go. Well. Have you given this advice in reverse to Elon Musk? Just curious, since I don't see you hating on the last baby mama Elon created. I'm just curious because I see you hating on the last baby mama Elon created. You can be a hateful witch. You have to check your moral compass if it's high and mighty. Thanks, Megan, for the kind words, but I have lost all hopes in ever getting married. These men you speak of do not exist right now in today's society. Maybe 20 years ago they did. Didn't I just say that? Yes, they do. No, a lot of these men do exist. You want, again, like 75% of men don't exist to the average woman. And they become even more transparent and invisible to women who are higher up on the scale. This is just the fucking truth. A lot of these guys are great guys, even better than the guys that you all seek out. The guys that these women are seeking out are guys that already have their hands filled with other women. And the saddest thing about it is for the right guy, these women are willing to throw all of that shit to the side and be okay with being mistress number 3 or layup number 5. They're willing to do this. Come on now. Real L for my beloved Megan Kelly. I'm so glad it worked out for you because you would not. I'm sorry. I'm so glad it worked out for you because you would not be as good to listen to if you had no family, no support system. I don't know how to interpretate this. Talk to me like I'm 5. This can be interpreted more or one way depending on what your political opposition to your value system is. Just remember, gents, a woman like this wants you to stay with her, support her, etc., contrary to all Bible and historical teaching. But she definitely isn't likely to stay with you. Around 80% of divorces are now initiated by the type of woman described above. Maggie Keller was married to Daniel Kendo from 2021 to 26, where they divorced. In March 2024, Megan announced that she was starting a Catholic annulment process for her marriage to Kendo. Kelly's second marriage was to Douglas Brunt in 2008. They have 3 children. Gates. Okay. Okay. Cool. Good for them. I don't really know what to say to that. Let's look at some of the quotes real quick. Look at the quotes from. Okay, Culture Dad's podcast says a study showed that when men win the lottery, it strengthens their marriage. When women win the lottery, it weakens the marriage. Female empowerment, a functional society. Pick one. Southern Nationalist said this FB just said a feminist. I'm sorry. This B is just a feminist from the 1980s. You're base woman conservative, sir. This is the kind of motivation posting that makes women end up like this. It's impossible for women after 40 to find a boyfriend. I have no children. I cook delicious food and I have a big house. Am I really that bad? No, I don't think there's anything wrong with you. And you know what? If your personality probably was a little bit better, you probably could find it. But you just would need to settle for much less than what you would have when your true value, was much higher. That's all that it is. And it's not to say that you technically did anything wrong. The problem is when you have a lot of these women who learn the hard way, and they instead of them actually learning, they decide to be bitter and make um other women adopt their type of teachings and that shit. That's what happens to them. Megan Kelly is bro. What? Obviously, a stupid post for a lot of reasons, but the last sentence is really rich coming from someone who couldn't be bothered to raise her own kids. You made them settle for less. Crazy. Another key to keeping her sanity, a nanny. At home, I have my dear husband who helps with our children, and I have a nanny, Kelly says. I couldn't do it without a nanny, and that's the truth. I thought you could have it all. What the fuck was that? This advice ruined the world. This tweet just reset my misogyny. You can have it all, Satan. This is terrible advice. This terrible advice has been given for 30 plus years, and all society has to show for it is a plummeting birth rate and a bunch of gassed up mids on antidepressants who are still single at 40. Like I said, 20 years ago, we still had the remnants of what society should have been, right? But this shit has been preached for about 30 plus something years. So now it's finally taking form. And what do we got? We got girls who aren't even 18 excited for OnlyFans. We got guys who now think that the only way to get ahead is to become assholes like Andrew Tate's in the type. Because they think that since they don't have any real male figures anymore, they have to go to the opposite of what a positive male role model looks like. Even a guy who's doing good in the sex world, you got to go and be toxic because being toxic is only equal to the shit that men have already gone through with these women. When you got women being gassed up, you got men saying you got to screw these women over just like they will screw you, pump and dump them. Where do you think we're going to go? This is crazy. Yeah, let's deviate away from what has always worked since the dawn of time for a new age of materialistic idea completely driven by bullshit feminist dogma sold to you as liberation, when really it was to turn women into a taxable cog to increase the purse of the state. When you find out, bro, that the women's suffrage movement wasn't even for women, and the majority of women didn't even want it, it was to stop blacks from voting. And a lot of the fucking women, a lot of the women that didn't even want the suffrage, they didn't even want rights. They literally wanted to stay at home and cook. Again, when I tell you guys, women had a lot of fucking power being moms. There's nothing wrong with being at home mom. There's nothing wrong with it. It shouldn't be looked down on. There's nothing less honorable than being a mom. Now, the problem is then you get those other people who they sit there and they start gassing themselves up and they act like being a mom is the hardest job in the fucking world. You know? Again, there's nothing wrong with deciding you want to be an at-home mom. Now you got girls that they're not even trying to do that. Now they just want to be trophy wives. They don't want to bring nothing. They are the table. This is Satan in the flesh, just lying to you because it feels nice. Fuck you, Megan, you liar. No, ladies, you can't have it all. This is like telling guys each other they can marry an Amish porn star. Megan is a narcissist who's raising your kids while you're doing all of this. Damn. There is a man for every woman's preferences. Pegging. Pegging is an anal act in which a woman penetrates a man's anal. Oh God. I mean, I knew what it was, but just reading the description, ew. I could not come up with a more destructive mindset to implant into the young woman, even if I tried. Wendy Williams is the realest and I'm sorry, Wendy Williams is the realest, and realists used to say, there isn't a place for all of us at Harvard. There's a conversation that needed to be had in the conservative movement. What on earth are we conserving? Because this boss babe thing ain't it. This boss babe thing ain't worth conserving, and we need to go back 180 degrees to the other direction from this thinking. She actually isn't wrong. What she leaves out, however, is that a man who fits this description is invisible to women. This is again, if this was the world that we lived in, where a woman can do all of these things, her ideal guy would be a guy that she would overlook 100% of the fucking time, because a woman who does extremely well 9 out of 10 times, they're not looking for an average dude. They want a guy who's better than them. This is the reason why Jada Pinkett Smith chose Tupac over Will Smith. And it wasn't because Will Smith was lesser than Tupac. It's because what she wanted was not what Will Smith offered. Even though Will Smith was that fucking dude back then, in her eyes, he wasn't what she wanted. She wanted Tupac. I'm trying to correlate this properly to you guys because even though both of them had money and Will Smith had way more money, Jada Pinkett Smith only settled for Will Smith because he had more money than she did. She never loved that dude. And when she started thinking with her female brain, she went for Tupac. Even if Tupac smashed, Tupac never wanted her. And to this day, of her still embarrassing Will Smith and her kids who never met Will Smith writing letters to Tupac, like talking about mommy was only happy when you were around. It's crazy. You could have it all, sure. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. All women are just Jews. It is possible to eat all the fruits in the garden. Hell no! Bro, this picture. That's insane. All right. Anyway, catch you guys later. Peace.